Place the drum face down on a flat surface with the feed tower at the 12 o'clock position and unlatch the two hinged lid latches by lifting them up and towards the feed tower. Depress the spring tension release button at the center of the drum and release all spring tension. The amount of pressure needed will depend on how much tension is on the spring. Rotate the feed wheel and place the follower at the 2 o'clock position, making sure the follower is in the outermost feed track. Load 3 rounds of 7.62 by 39mm ammunition, pointed down, into the outermost feed track in front of the follower and rotate the feed wheel counterclockwise to feed the first 3 rounds into the feed tower. Depress and hold the spring tension release button and rotate the feed wheel clockwise until the follower stops around the 11 o'clock position in the innermost feed track. Load 1 round into the remaining space of the feed ramp just below the feed tower. Load the remaining 71 rounds into the feed wheel. Start by loading single rounds into the openings of the feed wheel forks around the outside of the feed wheel and then fill in the larger openings. We do not recommend partially loading the drum magazine. Improper loading can damage the drum when tensioned or firing. Make sure all of the rounds are seated properly in the feed track and are all on the same plane. Close the loading lid and lock the 2 hinged lid latches. If you will be storing the drum, that's it. To use the drum magazine, wind the tension key 3 to 4 rotations or 6 to 8 half rotations clockwise until you hit a noticeable wall on the tension key and stop. Do not over-tighten the tension key and do not store the drum magazine under tension. Doing this will damage the spring tension mechanism and cause reliability issues. When unloading the drum, it is imperative that the spring tension is released prior to removing any of the loaded rounds. If it is not, the feed wheel will free spool under full spring tension, which can cause serious injury and will damage the drum. Do not store the drum loaded for extended periods of time with spring tension. Doing so will weaken the spring and cause reliability issues.